Hi, friends. In this video, we will cover the 5 ways we can spend intentionally during this Black Friday spending mayhem season. I think I did a video like this last year sometime. I don't remember what I said. Maybe it would have been helpful for me to watch that first and then film this one. But I have my 5 points. We'll go over them at length in detail. And I'm making this video for myself as well as I'm making it for you, friends, because sometimes it's tough to just step away and view things from a more global perspective, including other budgets, other expenses, and just, again, having a wider perspective when it comes to spending money. And not that spending money is bad, it's just that perhaps we can do it with a little more strategy. We can have a plan. And during this time, especially when we are bombarded with emails of discounts, promotions, special this, exclusive that, it can be overwhelming. It could throw us in a tizzy and derail us quickly. And I'll begin with this first point that will set up the next 4, and that is to take inventory. What does that mean exactly? Well, it is coming face to face with what you have already, what you like, what you don't like, what needs to be thrown out because it went bad. That happens. Maybe you forgot about something you already own and you're about to buy it again. That happens a lot. Deciding if a product you purchased last year was a yay or nay, and that will help you decide if you want to buy it again. And also in this tip includes organizing your space. Naturally, when you start shuffling things around, throwing things away, reorganizing where you keep it in your space, you can just think more clearly because the decluttering has happened physically and mentally. That also might encourage you to not buy as much because you're like, oh, look at all this extra space. It feels kind of nice. So it could work in that way as well. Not only, again, seeing what you have, keeping track, and knowing what you might need during these sales that are coming up. I think it all ties in. I know for myself, when I encounter products that I haven't seen in a while, that maybe I could give a lot of makeup away because this is also the season of giving, donations, researching different organizations that take lightly used makeup. Perhaps we can send makeup to those places, to our friends, to our families. Just, we got to get in there. We got to get in there, fam. After we have taken inventory and we have a better idea of what we have and what we would like to purchase, number 2 is to make a list. I like to make a list of all the potential brands I am looking to purchase from during their Black Friday specials. Which, funny, before I started filming, I ran into a Crave Beauty post that said, hey, if you're about to buy something from us, hold on, we will do 15% site-wide. This is when it will begin. And they had mentioned that we would like our consumers to spend more intentionally this year. There are a lot of brands that I think have shared what their Black Friday specials will be in advance, but I think all brands should do that. It makes it easier for the consumer to plan because, again, back to the list, you could write down the brands, what items you're looking to purchase, what the discount will be, and you can tally all that up and have an idea of what your budget's going to be. Tallying up will come later in a more wider scope. If you also need to create a budget for gift giving, then it will be very helpful to see, okay, this is what I want to buy from said brand. This will be the discount, how much it will cost. If it's way above what you were expecting to spend, then you got to go back and edit the basket. I think for myself, and it could be easier if you save the tab on your computer, maybe create an account on the brand side, add things to your wish list so it's easy to shuffle around the basket, right, without having to click the product in your basket each time. I think now retail shopping experiences have been more streamlined, and it does make it easier for the consumer to just make these decisions. But again, when you have your list and you see everything in front of you, it's less likely you'll be derailed by more emails, more promotions. You're like, it's not on my list. Sorry. And if you want to add it on, this leads to number 3, shop around. It's okay to shop. this video is not to say you're on lock, you can't shop, you can't spend money. It's more so what strategies can we have in place so that we don't go crazy, okay? You took your inventory, all right. You got the list going, fine. Now when you shop, because you already got your plan on standby, you're less likely to make rash decisions. And if brands are sharing what their Black Friday specials will be in advance, that will give you an opportunity to add something on the list, to not add it on the list. Again, you have a little more freedom in creating this note for what you need to buy, for what you need to not buy. Same thing goes with the gift giving budget. You could apply these same principles to those tasks, right? You got the names of the people that you gotta buy gifts for. Maybe you've already kept an Excel sheet throughout the year about things they were eyeing, what was on their radar, what their interests are. And now that you have your list for gift giving, you can shop around and take advantage of the promotions that will take place soon to buy those gifts and still have a reasonable budget. It's tough because now Black Friday kind of melts with Cyber Monday and there's no distinct timeline, right? Everything kind of trickles in when it wants, and that makes it tough to keep track. But I think if you can keep track from your end, you're less likely to buy impulsively and to wreck your budget, right? You got the list, everything's on there, you can see it, you're like, okay. And again, less likely to make rash decisions. Number 4 is a slippery slope question, and that is, do you need it? We can all come up with compelling arguments as to why we should buy something easily. The psychology that goes into this 4th tip is immense. Here's why preparation is key. Once you've created your list, prepared the basket, you have time before the sale event drops, you then also have time to sit on decisions. I do this where you just add to basket. You don't buy yet because you're waiting for the event to begin. That gives you enough time to ask, that total is pretty high. Do I really need this set, whatever? And you think about it. It sits with you. That's when you can edit your basket and just think more rationally about the decisions you made. And you might find yourself making crazy arguments about, well, I need this because I just want it. If you ever encounter that emotion, take a moment for yourself. Don't say you want it just because. Give yourself reasons why you need this. I'll just give an example. If you say, I need said curl gel. I'm planning on purchasing a few hair products from Pattern Beauty. I missed their pre-Black Friday sale, but I think they're going to do something else for actually, Black Friday. I was adding a few things and I said, do I really need this conditioner? No, because I have these conditioners I should really finish. Do I need this styling cream? No, because I'm using mousse and gel instead, right? So you just have to give yourself a moment to ask these questions. It's okay if a few slip in there of just because I want it. You might actually surprise yourself in deciding you're not going to buy it because it just seems ridiculous. And you keep the items on your list that, again, you've been looking to purchase all year, re-upping on a few items that you're going to use, right? That makes sense. If you finished a skin product you're going to buy again and it will be on sale, put it on the list, get it, you need it. Why? Because you finished what you already use, you love how your skin looks, is in the routine still, it's a purchase. As opposed to another skincare serum that you encountered on the internet, it looks amazing, why not try it? No. It has to meet all that criteria that I just mentioned for it to even be considered to go on the list, okay? That's when you can fully decide if something is worth purchasing during the Black Friday sales or passing completely. And lastly, number 5. I mentioned number 5 briefly during number 3, make a list, and that is to tally it up. Yes, you should really encounter the total amount of money you are planning to spend. I'm guilty of this, where people are like, oh my God, how much do you spend on Black Friday? You're like, oh my God, I don't even want to know, so much. No. That's a terrible answer. We should know what we're going to spend. If we had some surprises here and there, put those surprises on the list. That's why Excel is amazing, because it just adds the numbers for you. You don't gotta do nothing, right? See your total, embrace it. Because again, if you have a separate budget for gifts or another budget for something else during the season, you need to know that total amount of money you're about to spend. And if you went over budget, you need to know by how much. I know, fam, how uncomfortable it can be to see that number, to be face to face with what you are about to spend or have spent, right? After the fact is even worse. That's why I highly encourage you to tally it up all beforehand. But that is a part of being financially responsible. You have to know your numbers. You gotta know. They don't lie. They don't lie. Once you do that, you feel more empowered about making certain decisions. If you already tallied up where you're about to spend during Black Friday and is way over budget, and you still have your gift giving budget, you gotta make changes. You gotta make the changes. That's why it's important to have these totals so you know what and what not to buy. That might even be a more powerful incentive for when you're asking yourself, do I need it? And you're like, ooh, look at that total. Probably not. That's when I feel we're just more in touch with reality and can make better financial decisions during this spending season. And that's it, fam. I know, very brief video, especially on my channel, Miss 30-40 minute long video over here, but I just thought to cover a different topic, but it's still relative to my content. I just posted my Sephora haul video and was proud of myself that I didn't go nuts, because in the back of my mind, I knew there were more items that I wanted to purchase. And that's why I was conservative with the holiday savings event. And I know for myself, I'm going to prepare my list, especially from all the emails that I've received, just to get a better idea, to see it in front of me, what I'm about to purchase and what cuts I need to make. Hopefully this helped, fam. Let me know what your strategies are, what have worked for you. I'm sure everyone will love to know, because we're in this together, okay? I'll see you down in those comments, and until then, that is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, or maybe consider subscribing to my channel. And until then, I will see you on here again with another review tutorial, spending video, eyeshadow tutorial video, or end of year favorites. Prepare for those. Take care, and I will see you again soon.